You might have heard the story before, but it's worth repeating. There was once a teacher who passed out papers to all the students, and he asked them to make a circle, a red dot, smack in the middle of the paper. After which he asked each of the students to look at the paper and describe what they were seeing. And all the students, or most of the students, replied that they see a red dot in the middle of the paper. And then the teacher provided the lesson that even though it's true that there is a red dot in the middle of the paper, but there's a lot of white too. And often what we look at is the red dot, what stands out, but we miss what's in the background. Now when it comes to people, we can look at the flaws that are more apparent, that are in the foreground, but there's a lot more to a person, and we all know this. It's a truism, but there's a lot more to the person than meets the eye.
If I were to look back in life when I was older and look back at my teenage years, I think one question I would ask myself is, how well did you use your time? You know, as teenagers, we think that the world is eternal and we have all the time in the world. And I think this really detracts us from our mission because life is pretty short. And as teenagers, we don't see that because we're living in the moment and we don't really see the future. But as we get older, we realize that we could have spent so much more time when we were younger achieving more and learning more and just getting more skills we need for the future. So if there's one thing I wish I would have known when I was a teenager is to take advantage of your youth, take advantage of the fact that you have so much free time to expound your capabilities, to grow and to learn and to gain more knowledge and to use this time the best we can.
We all have dreams, we all have aspirations, and often the difference between doing it and not is connecting our mind to our actions. It's scary, it's frightening, it's vulnerable. But as you just saw, sometimes the most vulnerable moments in our lives, the most raw and honest, are the most cherished because those moments carry us the farthest.